welcome to the Jamaro Show. I'm your host, Jerome Morrow. Getting ready to go into the month of April. I'm going to kick off some big things for the Jamaro Show. Um, Going into spirituality and taking the mask off of spirituality, because most people like to put spirituality into a box. And I said it before, like people that are into voodoo will put spirituality into voodoo, a voodoo box, and make it all about voodoo. People that are into Christianity, they'll put it in a box and make it all about Christianity. People that are into numerology will put it in a box and make it all about numerology. But once you take it out the box and let it expand and be what it is, you'll find out that all praises is due to the Most High, because there's a higher power and a higher being. And the reason why most atheists don't get the God concept is because they clip their spirituality at some point. They clip, or they snipped, or they cut off the spiritual self and started looking at everything with the naked eye. When people come into your life, they don't just come into your life for no reason. For example, a special young lady came into my life just before my mother passed. She's not my girlfriend or anything like that. She was for a moment, but relationship didn't work out. But yet, she was there long enough to help me get through the pain of losing my mother. So in a way, she did her job. So if you're looking at it from the spiritual eye, you'll see it that way. However, if you're looking at it, just from a normal person's point of view, you'll miss it. You'll miss how special things are, or people are, that come into your life. They come into your life for reasons. Sometimes you don't know why. Sometimes it's not good to kick people out of your life because you don't know why they're there. You don't know what the point of them being there is. You never know when you're going to need that person. And these are just things that I'm learning as I go along the way. I'm learning. And no matter how old you get, you never stop learning. You never stop learning. You always want to continue to grow in knowledge, especially when it comes to spirituality, and taking it out of that box and not being afraid of it. It being the Lord, the Most High, and allowing Him to expand your mind. Because it's not just a God of the Bible that's saying thou shalt not do this and thou shalt not do that. It's also a God of the universe, full of mystery and wonder, and we don't tap into it. And a lot of us are afraid to tap into it. And I thank the Lord that He gave me a mind to explore and figure, you know, take my spiritual mind to the next level and not be stuck in a box. There's there's something special though about numerology. And the reason why I started doing numerology was that I found out, if you haven't heard me say this before, I'll say it again. What I found was that everything has a number. Everything in life has a set time, date, and it's all numerology. Everything is numbers. You're born on a certain date. That's numbers. We use words that, such as date, time, month, year. But when you think about it, a date is nothing but a number. You know, a time is nothing but a number. Year is nothing but a number. Okay, so once you peel back all these other words, you realize that you're dealing with nothing but numbers, and things are just based on numerology. You know, even the Lord said He blessed the seventh day. He rested. Right. So those people that keep the Sabbath keep the seventh day. So, with that being said, what I discovered was that time cycles and numerology has a big impact on our lives. Just as the moon goes from a new moon cycle where you can barely see it um, into a full moon, you know, it goes from not being able to see it to being able to see it a little bit, like a little crack, to a half moon to a full moon. Not in that exact order, I'm just saying. Um, so everything is based on time and cycles. Okay, even a woman's body, her menstrual comes monthly. You know, she has a menstrual cycle, right? So that means that her body is already on a timeline or a cycle, you know? So once you understand that, you unlock the key to life. Like you realize, like, wait, everything has a time. So all you have to do in life, if you're looking to do certain things, is wait for that time and be in the right position, be in the right place. If you're looking to start a business, don't just start a business out of nowhere. Like, gather yourself, get yourself together, get ready for that right time. You know, and when you do that, things will go the way that they're supposed to go. Things only go bad when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not where you're supposed to be. That's why whenever I find myself in a bad position or a bad situation, I check my entire situation out. Because that's an indication that maybe I'm not even where I'm supposed to be. You know, if I'm at a job and everything I do at work goes wrong, there's a chance that I don't belong there. It's not just that I need to do better, it's that maybe I don't even belong there in the first place. Sometimes we try to force things on ourselves. Sometimes we try too hard to make something happen that's not supposed to happen. Sometimes we don't try hard enough. You know? But you gotta be in tune with yourself And you have to be honest with yourself and let the Lord guide you to whatever your goal is. Because we all have goals, we all have aspirations and dreams, and we all want to reach them. But we reach them by actually going about the necessary steps that it takes to actually reach those goals, not just wishing upon a star, right? Because that's not going to get you anywhere. But if you be patient and you allow the Lord to guide you, you will reach your goal. Sometimes you'll reach a goal that you didn't even intend to reach. I've had that happen. You know, it's all about living life to the best of your ability, man, and taking the best care of yourself and enjoying life with in this world full of corruption and crime and crazy people. But when you come away from that, and you are in tune spiritually with yourself and with the Creator, you find yourself setting yourself apart from this wicked world, and you find yourself becoming a better person. I'm becoming a better person day by day. You know, that doesn't mean that I'm going to get along with everybody. Sometimes I'm just going to be at odds with people. You know, I've said this before. Sometimes demons come against you. Sometimes it don't even be in a person's intention to come against you, and they do it anyway because the demon might have jumped on them. You know, some people have demons in them and they don't realize it. You ever notice that? Let me talk on that for a minute. It's been a while since I addressed that subject. You ever notice that whenever you're trying to do something positive, someone negative comes around? You know why that happens? Because positive energy and negative energy have to be balanced out. So even right now at this moment, as I'm speaking, there has to be someone, just like there's someone listening right now that can understand what I'm saying and agree with what I'm saying. There has to be someone else on the other side listening and saying, this guy's stupid. This guy's a nut. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And that's only natural. It has to be balanced. You know, there has to be some kind of balance. So anytime there's progress, there has to be someone trying to stop it. Someone trying to halt it. You know, that's what it is. That's what it's all about. The world is a crazy place, and like I said, full of wonder and full of mystery, and you just don't know who you have around you. You know, but there are people that I know that are just like that. Every time someone says something positive or they think a positive thought, then they got to say something negative to try to bring it down. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, there's no way you're gonna, you know. And they're just doing their job. They're being the demons that they're supposed to be. Everyone has a job in this world, even the demons, you know. So you can't really take it so personal. You can't take it personally like that. You have to understand why they're doing what they're doing. People that come against you more than likely are demons. or they've allowed a demon to take over their thoughts. They come against you for that reason. Anytime you try to work on something positive, it's not harming anyone, and it's to hurt. It's not to hurt anyone, or it's not to bring people down. And someone has to come along and try to reject it or bring it down or do what they can do to make sure that it doesn't come to pass. That person either is a demon or has a demon in them. And they're just there to give that opposition balance. It's a spiritual balance. They have to do that. They don't know why they're doing it. They don't have a clue. That's why I say you can't really even take it personal. You just got to let that person go about their business. They don't understand why they're hating you. They're hating you because that's their job. You know, let that person go about their business. And they could come from anywhere. It could be mother, father, brother, sister, your wife, be anybody, you know. But it happens. When have you ever known someone to do something positive that didn't have to struggle to get what they were trying to get or trying to reach their goal, and they didn't have any opposition or someone to come against them? They always do. They always will. That's the eternal struggle, you know. I go through it. I have a lot of goals and a lot of dreams that I want to reach, but then for some reason people will. Sometimes I'll have people come against me. I have no clue why. People you think were your friends, and then all of a sudden they don't like you anymore. You don't know why. They didn't never come to you and say why or anything. It just could be that you're moving in a certain direction and they're not moving in that direction. And although you haven't done anything to them personally, they still feel a disconnect. Because positive energy and negative energy will never get along. They will always meet each other, but they'll meet each other with opposition. So if I'm moving more towards something positive and this person is staying in a negative mind state, then they'll get offended without me even saying anything offensive. Right? And I know that we've all been there. I know that somebody can relate to what I'm saying right now. It's all right. You don't have to say you agree with me, or you don't have to like everything that I'm saying, or give me thumbs up or whatever. I know somebody out there hear what I'm saying. I know somebody hears what I'm saying because the Most High wouldn't give it to me to say if it wasn't true. You're not going to ever meet positive energy without negative energy. Right? Just understand that. So, think on your goals, think on your dreams, think on your aspirations, and think on how you can better yourself without necessarily trying to figure out how to better everyone around you. Because sometimes we get caught up in trying to better the people around us that we end up not bettering ourselves. Because you can't better someone if they're not willing to better themselves. You can only help, but you can't force. You can't force you can't force positive energy on someone. That's what negative energy does. Negative energy tries to force itself on you. Positive energy doesn't do that. Like, you're not going to see someone that's negative minded or always trying to be in a negative mind state, and you're just going to come along and force positive energy on that person. It's not going to happen. So the best thing you can do is better yourself. Get yourself more aligned. Maybe that person will see what you're doing and they'll want to step up and better themselves. See? You notice in life also another thing, once you take spirituality out of a box, what you realize is even in love, you're gonna meet opposition. You know, you fall in love with someone, and it seems like the people around that person will come up against you, or the people around that person will try to point out negative points about you. And the same thing with you towards, your friends pointing out negative points to that person, right? Because love comes between the two people, and the two people understand why. But the people surrounding don't understand why. So that's why you'll get, a lot of times they'll say, well, I don't see what you see in that person. You're not supposed to see. Right? If this person is meant for me, if this woman is meant to be with me, then you can't understand why she belongs to me. Right? And I think that sometimes in relationships we try too hard to associate our friends into our relationships. We try too hard to get our friends to understand who we're dating. And we want us to all get along, but it's not always going to work like that. When you get into a relationship, that my last relationship, I can't say that's why we broke up, but I believe that's why. You can't always expect for the people that are around you to like the person that you're with. When you're in a relationship, you have to go. I'm talking about a serious relationship, not just someone you're dating for a while or you just going to the movies every once in a blue moon. I'm talking about like a serious relationship. You have to put your heart into it, into a point where you don't give a damn who don't like the person that you're with. You're with that person because that person completes you. So when you don't allow that to happen in your life, you're incomplete. Because the Lord made woman for man, right? Because he saw that we was lonely, that man was lonely. So he created woman, right? And every man needs a woman. You can lie to yourself all you want to, but every man needs a woman, and every woman needs a man, right? So, with that being said, don't always expect for people to agree with your relationship. Don't always turn to your friends and say, what do you think about this person? And think that you're always going to get positive feedback. Because some things are spiritual, and your friends might be looking at things from a natural eye, or they might be looking at things physically, or financially, even worse. They might be looking at it and going, oh, I don't know, this person's not making enough money. Or this person's not on your level. But your spirit might be telling you something different. There's a lot of relationships that could be started if people were more spiritual. if your spirit connects you to someone, I'm talking about your spirit, your instinct, your spiritual side of you connects you to someone, you shouldn't let anyone divide you from, separate you from that. Because that's an instinctive thought, and you should go with that. No one can live your life for you but you. Oftentimes, especially women do this a lot. You'll find that old, I shouldn't say, not necessarily old, sometimes they can be young too, but that woman that's single and she don't want nobody else to be in a relationship. So every person you with, she don't think is good enough for you. You can't take advice from everyone. Sometimes you gotta learn to trust your own instincts, your own thoughts, and be spiritual minded, and let the Most High guide you. Let the Lord guide you. Let the Most High power show you what's what. All right? Take spirituality out of a box. Don't be afraid of it. And don't be afraid to call on the Lord and ask the Lord for guidance and for help. Because He is the master of this world that we live in. Whether the United States government want to admit that or not, there is a power that is more supreme than it. And it's called the Most High, the Lord, the God of the universe. All right? And with that, I'm gonna say I'm out of here. Check out the Jamaro Show. You can check it out on Spreaker. Spreaker.com. Just type in Jerome Morrow. That's JaRomeMorrow. Jerome Morrow. Okay. And that's the Jamaro Show. You can check it out on Facebook. I post up there. Also, you can check out JamarroShow.com. That's www.JamarroShow.com. JaMorrow Show.com. All right. Peace and blessings.
The mysteries of life that make you wonder sometimes why the world is so cold and everybody's so unkind. The blind can't lead the blind. Might not make it, but I'll die trying. 'Cause freedom is mine.